Let's go, studio. Series Monkey. Let's get it on. Woohoo!
Alfonso, this is Optimus Prime. Transform and roll out.
What is good, Alfonso Nation? Let's go, y'all. This is it. I am hyped for this. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Teletraan unboxings. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. I have been anticipating this freaking toy for a long periodically time. It is finally time to get my hands on Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Optimus freaking Primal. Let's go! I got the monkey in the house.
Beat the chest. Primal. Roar.
Primal. Yeah. I done diddly do that. I done told you. People have been finding them in their stores. People have been ordering them online. I kind of hesitated. I was like, you know what? I want to find them in stores. I want that in-store moment. But I was just like, I need this figure. It's like past a week and a half at this point, and not one single Primal in sight. So I said, you know what? I can't do it. I need my itch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like,
Stop it. Get some help.
Nevertheless. So I didn't get this from anybody, like any particular store or brand. It's not sponsored, not any of that. It's just me wanting this bad and pulling the trigger. So ladies and gentlemen, finally, we have the leader of the Maximals. This guy had such a heavy spotlight in Transformers Rise of the Beasts. You know, he was the main protagonist outside of Optimus Prime, and he had a really heavy presence. We got a lot of his character, a lot of his goal, his mission, and I gotta say, Ron Perlman, you freaking did it.
Maximize!
I think this is the best Maximals have ever looked. Like, just this live action design. The cartoon design was a product of its time, but now we have a new time, and this new time is about to shine. You know what I'm saying? So it's a leader class. It's the new leader class, so you don't get to see the figure. So I hope he's in there, because if he's not, someone's getting shot. Just kidding. I really love the art of the packaging. You got the Transformers badge. It's 106, and yeah, Rise of the Beasts Optimus Primal, pretty much the standard for most of the packaging, but I love that it takes over the packaging. On the side here, you have him in his robot mode, which is cool. Love that. And then you have his beast mode, Monke. And then on the back, you have his robot alt mode, some accessories, and his bio. Oh my god, his bio is so... What happened? It says Optimus Primal. Okay, so we're good so far. We're good. We have the name. We are good so far. And the Maximals, we're good. Guard a piece from of. Okay, now we have a problem. What the... It literally says Optimus Primal and the Maximals guard a piece from of the Transwarp Key. First of all, this is like a major corporation. And I know that typos happen, things happen, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, with Rhinox having the Revenge of the Fallen thing, and now this with a problem, and then one of the other ones talked about the Maximal Lair, and that's not even in the movie. They didn't even like revise the pack. I know it probably was too late because of the movie delay in the 1 year, and I was just like, what's going on? You know what? We need a full Hasbro Pulse stream just to explain this. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh man, he already looks so much better. So much better than the main. Bro, this is not okay. Now I will say though, like, what is, look at how large the cardboard is, and then look, he's like a little block in the box. You know what I mean? That is crazy. I finally have Primal, dude. I'm extremely digging that head sculpt. His feet are a little chunky, but I think it's because you have to bend them, like you have to be posed. Bro, this is what I'm talking. Yes. Oh yes. This thing is awesome. I already loved Primal's design in Rise of the Beasts, but man, this is what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah, Optimus Primal is freaking gorgeous. He's got beautiful paint. I mean, he's pretty much like kind of like a three-tone color. You got like the silver going on, you got like the dark gray, then you're gonna have like the lighter gray. So the lighter gray is pretty much the unpainted plastic, I would have to assume. But where you get the silver, where you get the darker grays, where you get the detailing, I mean, that really brings him out. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we need. I am glad to have him. This is freaking dope, baby. Let's go. Oh, man. You know, and him with Prime, like, their relationship in the movie, finally having a physical copy of, like, these two iconic characters, like, in, like, the actual live-action design, like, properly represented, looks awesome. There's some kibble, you know? There's some kibble on the bunk, if you know what I mean it. But, you know, it's a transforming figure. He is technically a leader class by classification, but not really by scale. This kind of feels like a Voyager, which I'm okay with, but I do believe he's slightly taller than Prime, even though he is this. But he also has a lot of accessories we're gonna get into. But just overall, my first impressions of this dude is just remarkable. I guess I've been looking at the main line all this time and just kind of tolerating it. To get something way better is what I'm. Good words. You've been struck by a smooth primal. You have his blades, which I love. They are really nice, beautiful blades. For Optimus Primal, so you got the nice silver detailing. Reminds me, very reminiscent of the Yellow Park blades. Not much inconsistencies there. You got some detailing here on the handle, and I think this is unpainted gray plastic on the handle itself, and you do get two of them, so that's awesome. I am so freaking hyped that I have an axe for Optimus Prime. Bro, we have the axe. When I saw that this figure came with the axe, I was like, oh, they're going in. I just love it. It's nicely detailed. You know, the detail is fairly accurate. You got the nice molding, you know, detailing in there. It is all unpainted, though. I would have wanted to at least have, like, the Energon orange. You know, I could add the silver, but at least add the orange. But they didn't do that. It's pretty basic and plain when it comes to paint. But the detailing is there, and the freaking axe itself is there, which they didn't really have to do, but they did, and I'm glad, because that's going straight over to my Prime. Okay, what's this? Oh, yes, I forgot! The chain. You can actually put on Battle Trap for the ball and chain effect, and you can also put on his swords. Oh, man, I forgot about these. Here we go. Boom. Check them out. These are the little, like, articulating chains. Oh, they got some nice friction to them, too. I was worried about that, but looks like they're gonna hold pretty steady no matter what you have on them. Oh my gosh, bro. The transwarp key itself in the flesh. You can put it in his mouth, I assume. Ayo. You can give it to Scourge, you can give it to Prime, and it actually breaks into two. Boom. This is crazy. I adore that. We have a transwarp key. I would have thought that they would have done like a repaint, kind of like a re-release of this mold for Ape Link, and then give Ape Link the transwarp key. Because, like, what else are you going to give Ape Link? You have Prime's axe and you have the transwarp key in Primal's packaging. So when you release Ape Link, if you release Ape Link, what's he gonna come with? I mean, some scorpions? I don't know. I'm gonna get his background out, if you know what I mean. Just the forest. Well, not the forest. The jungle, I guess, is a better term. So this is a nice background. It's big enough for, like, a shelf to put all your Rise to Beast figures in front of. I'll do some very light articulation, but just to kind of go over what he does. He has, like, the shoulder pad comes up, arm comes up, comes down, rotates, elbow, bend right here. He has some wrist swivel right here, and then he has his fingers actually open. You have one, and then you have two, so two fingers basically on this hinge. You actually do have some front and back movement on the shoulder itself. The leg comes out, comes down, comes up. I don't think that knee is gonna bend just from all that chunk that I see, but there is some rotation on the leg. Feet does move up and down like this. It's just really stiff. Aha, aha. The head looks up like this. It looks down like that, and it does rotate all around. His mouth does open for him to scream, "Maximize!" This thing is epic. The robot mode looks way more like in alignment with his on-screen appearance than the alt mode, his gorilla mode. You got the same 3-tone coloring, looks really awesome. His transformation actually was pretty fun. I don't think it was like difficult to do. Maximal designs in general, like, you know, Transformers for all of the Rise of the Beasts figures have been pretty fun to do, all of the Maximals. Head sculpt is beautiful. You got those nice green eyes. You got the nice Maximal logo on the chest, just like you have in the alt mode, which is awesome. I love the kibble suppression on the back. You know, he has a pretty big back, but, you know, it doesn't look too much like a backpack. It looks more just like a hefty, chunky back. It does a really good job at hiding kibble, and, like, the engineering in general is really awesome. The joints are nice and firm, which I love. Some of the joints I'm seeing, they have screws, so you can adjust them even if they do loosen up. You can even see his gorilla feet on the back, which is kind of funny. I already know he's going to be really awesome on the shelf with the rest of the Rise of the Beast figures. Now, the robot articulation is actually more available than the gorilla mode. The shoulder pad comes up, arms comes up, down, swivel. You have some elbow bend. You have the rotation on the fingers, and you also still have the joints where you can open the fingers. You have 2 of those, which is awesome. You do have some shoulder movement front and back. Leg comes out, down, comes up, and yes, in robot form, he has a knee bend, which is awesome. He has swivel on the leg rotation there. It does come back like this. There is some tiltage, and then you have a toe bend, but not too much front and back. And yes, in robot form, he can bring it around town. Can actually look up a little bit, down a little bit, and around, but it's really firm. It's really firm. It's kind of difficult to do, but but overall, he looks incredible. I love the silver on him. I do wish his abs had some silver. You know, the little dull gray here is a little bit of an eyesore, since that's kind of like what you look at. The first thing you look at is your, you know, the chest, the eyes, and the shoulders and the abs, kind of like the first half of them. And so I wish that would have been a little bit more silver or a little bit more painting there, but I think they did a great job overall with the transformation, with the engineering, with the articulation, trying to capture his aesthetic as much as possible in both forms. And now for some comparison time to show him next to other homies on the block. Here we have the Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Core Class Freezer, the Scourge Pleaser. Hey yo, we got the bars. There you go, Core Class and Leader Class, quote unquote. Next up, we have the Transformers Rise of the Beast Deluxe Eraser, the protector of your past and future, whatever the heck she said.
Oh, right. That tracks, yeah.
These two had quite some moments in the movie. Obviously, Eraser was not in her robot mode for any of the movie, but this is what they look like together. Next up, here we have the Transformers Rise of the Beast Voyager, Cheetor. I wish this guy had way more lines, but nevertheless, they look fantastic together. The leader and the scout, I guess you can call Cheetor. The 2 Studio Series Maximals. Next up, we have the Transformers Rise of the Beast Voyager. We'll clear the way, if he even said that. He probably didn't say it. I don't know if he... Yeah, maybe he said it. Right. Rhinox himself in the house, looking awesome. I love his design, too. All of these Maximal designs are just fantastic. I adore them. Like, I've become a fan of some of the Maximal designs, some of the Maximals in general, because of this live-action film and how amazing they look on screen. Next up, here he is with the Transformers Rise of the Beast Voyager Class 102. Optimus Father, let's go. So we got Primal, we got Prime, we got Trunk, we got Monkey, we got my boy, we got my dad, we got the monkey, we got the Giga Chad. Okay, I'm done. But anyway, that's how they look. They look pretty cool. They look great. I mean, honestly, these are the two protagonist leaders that literally carried the film, and we have them in Studio Series form, which is absolutely amazing. I have no complaints. These are just like top notch. I'm honestly satisfied. I'm all about aesthetic and capturing the vibe, and they do a great job at it. So your boy is satisfied. Finally, we're gonna just put him next to his mainline counterpart. This is the mainline Rise of the Beast Voyager class, Monke. And yeah, there you right, exact. Yes, you can you can see the difference there. It's I mean, I'm not gonna say that the mainline is a bad figure. It's not the figure that I would prefer to have for this particular guy in the film. I would much rather have something that's more accurate, more detailed, more live-action-esque, and I think the Studio Series does a perfect job at doing that. I'm satisfied. I just, there's not much I can say. I know that there's some imperfections, especially with like the articulation in the gorilla mode, but just, I'm good. And so long as you cross a certain threshold of like capturing the aesthetic and having all the accessories fun to play around with, you know, well-built, awesome paint apps, articulation, like as long as you kind of do your best with it, I'm solid. Do I love him more than Optimus Prime? I'm not gonna go that far. But I will say, if I have to rate Studio Series 106, Rise of the Beasts, Optimus Primal, Leader Class, on a scale from 1 to 10, I will give this guy a strong 9.5 out of 10. I think he is, just like the 102 Prime, I think he is near perfect. Obviously, I would prefer a little bit more silver, more paint apps. I would prefer some of the accessories to be painted, like the axe and even the ball and chain. But the fact that we have the transwarp key, and the fact that we have his blades, and the fact that he has his awesome engineering and transformation, I don't know, I just don't have a lot of complaints. But that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new, subscribe. Drop in the comments below if you like this guy, or if you don't. If you do, tell me what you like about him the most. If you don't, tell me what you don't like about him, because I'm really curious, because I just love him. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys follow me on my Instagram and on my Twitter, because I do post pictures of these guys and just kind of vibe and hang out. So if you don't follow me on IG and Twitter, you're missing out. Go follow me. I would much appreciate it. Thanks for watching, Home Team.